All right. Welcome back, guys. All right, so Libras, let's get into this. This is going to be a message from the universe. Start out with an Ace of Pentacles. The universe is gifting a new beginning to someone. Reaching down, it's literally, I want to say, what's the message from the stars? And it's like the universe is handing a star to Libra. Like, here you go. Maybe Libra's going to become a star. We have the Hermit in the reverse. There's a gift of communication, a gift of like now is a time for coming together. Now is a chance for a new beginning. Now is a time to communicate instead of have silence and solitude. Now is the opportunity for everything to feel, I'll say, unstagnated. We have the Leo energy. By the way, that was Virgo on the Hermit. And now we have Leo energy of the Sun. We have clarity, we have happiness, we have joy. I gotta say, to me, this looks like where once upon a time communication was not possible, loneliness was abundant. It's completely reversing. I feel like Libra's going to have a much lighter heart. We have the Magician sideways. Libra is sharing this energy with someone else. To me, I look at it the way, like if you turn like the what do you call it, the stop on a garden hose. If you turn it so it's horizontal, it runs with the direction of the hose. It means that the water can pass through. If you turn it sideways, it's like time out, full stop. Sideways cards, I read like flowing energy that is shared, or it can be indecisive sometimes. But I'm going to say, because the Magician is such a profound amount of flowing energy, I'm going to say that right now there is shared energy between Libra and either this could be a Virgo or a Gemini. Could be somebody with a small mustache but big hair. He's got whirls and whirls of curly hair here. Kind of a classical looking face. Could be somebody that either this is the way Libra views them, the way Libra remembers them, like with tousled hair or something, or they remember Libra like that, like somebody who has kind of like, bedhead, and that's like their favorite look. It's like, oh, I love the way they look when they're tousled instead of gelled and slicked back. I don't know why, but the image of like something to do with messy hair is very appealing. And there's some kind of it's a mutual kind of vibe here. So maybe Libra looks really good in the hair department also. I don't know. There's that hair always stands out to me on that card. We have a Six of Swords. There's been a big change. It's kind of like our characters. I'm going to say characters because we have a shared energy. Whoever they is, they have let go of some really blocked, painful perceptions, and they are flying above it all, which might be the reason why finally they can talk to Libra openly again. Finally, they can open up I don't know who's going to open up the valve of communication here, but this is definitely, finally, the time is here for communication. Let me ask this. Since it's a message from the stars, so it's going to be like the bigger picture, right? And it's probably going to be something more supportive, something a little bit better that a character would be encouraged to think about or to do or take action. Tell me, universe, how would you like encourage this Libra? And we have the spiral arm of the galaxy right there on this card. We have King of Wands. You know what this really says to me? The big encouragement, it's not about like, ooh, Libra, you got to go get with some ex. It's not that message. It's that the love of the universe shows up in our own lives through the warmth of like our hearts. And when someone cares about us, that's kind of like them channeling the love of the universe, that universal flow of positive energy. That is what we're tapping into. So it is always very sacred. It's always very profound. And if there is that emotion that Libra either holds for someone else, why hold it back? Why not share it? the universe hasn't been greedy with us, right? There's all these planets, and Earth is pretty big old rock with lots of different geographical locations and so many different delightful waterfalls and mountains and glaciers and all kinds of fascinating and beautiful places for us to feast our eyes on. Universe hasn't been stingy when it comes to love. Why would we be? And it just kind of looks like there's this beautiful encouragement. Now, of course, this is the broad message, right? The broad message is, if there's someone that you care to talk to, somebody that actually does make you happy, and you haven't been talking to them lately, open up the dialogue. This does not say, hey, that person who, did something heinous, some crime, bring them on back. No. I don't tell stories about abuse. My rule of thumb in all of my storytelling is characters cannot have done abusive things. I never talk about exes that do that kind of stuff. You'll notice there's none of that comes up for my stories. Flawed characters, yes, lots of those. Human flaws, mistakes, pettiness, selfishness, yeah, absolutely. But criminal acts, no. And that's just because I'm not going to tell any story where I think abuse gets normalized and is okay. So I just want to make that clear, only because this sounds like, oh, if you love somebody, no matter what the circumstances are, just open up the lines of communication again. Well, that would depend. There's got to be some kind of boundaries. It's not like the universe is probably going to encourage our Libra to just be like, it's super toxic, it's super unhealthy, but because there is love there, even though it's, devastating and it's abusive, let me go back to it. No, that's not what this story is. We see none of that. So this feels more like, in fact, there's a lack of toxicity, particularly with whomever the other person is. Like I said, they could be a Virgo, a Gemini, or a Leo, but that other individual has actually made a big transformation. They feel differently. How is it that they're feeling right now? I feel like communication between Libra and this person is like fast approaching. They feel very warm-hearted. They feel like reconciling. They feel excited. They might be somebody who's open to dating now. Maybe that's the other reason. It's like either they're open to, like, maybe they were pretty closed down in the past. They weren't warm-hearted. They weren't available, to really have a relationship with. They are very much available now. What do they want with Libra, if anything? This is one of the big transformations. I feel like this person is very willing to collaborate. They're in a better frame of mind. They're more relaxed. What do they want with Libra? Well, we have the Knight of Swords, and we have yet another Magician card, sideways once again. I gotta say, if the message from the stars is that Libra and another person are sharing the same energy, and now I would say they definitely are, the energy of, I want to manifest better. This is coming across possibly like, it never matters to me what genders we're speaking about, but we've seen masculine and feminine for really both cards. So, Libra could be masculine or feminine, and so could they. Or this could represent that the two of them are very attuned to their divine masculine and feminine energies, and they fluctuate very smoothly between those energies, because we're all, blend of the yin yang. But it just kind of feels like they're on exactly the same wavelength, since we have two magicians both sideways. But I was asking specifically about them, and it's like, I would very quickly like to reconnect. Even with this Knight of Wands, they're in this really kind of loving, open-hearted, open-armed way. They would love to sit down, and maybe I picture Libra and this person just like sitting down and talking like all night, just talking and talking and talking and talking about whatever, anything. I just feel like hours will pass and it'll be no big deal. I feel like these two are starved for conversation. It feels like it's been a long time since these characters have spoken. And something about right now, the way the galaxy is oriented, the way the stars are placed in the night sky, something about this time frame is just perfect. It's perfect for them to connect with Libra and vice versa. We have a Queen of Cups, and it is in the reverse. The thing that maybe most needs to be discussed is this. Why wasn't there emotional offerings? I feel like both characters shut down their emotions at some point in time. Chariot, you know, I do feel like Libra held their cards close to their chest, and so did whomever this other person is. We'll call them the other magician in this. But we have the Chariot, and it's like they were both thinking that they were on a chess game. And chess players don't sit there and tell the other chess player, their opponent, what move they're going to make, right? They figure it all out in their own heads because they're playing against each other. This is the stuff they need to talk about. Libra and this character need to talk about, why did we both hold our emotions like they were chess pieces on a chessboard, and I'm not going to let you know what I feel, and I'm not going to show you my emotions unless I see which move you're going to make with your emotions first. It feels like they both did that, and for a while anyway, nobody won. Now with the Chariot, and we've reached the end of the chess game. Now we see the pathway that leads off the board. Finally, I think these two can talk openly and comfortably and in a relaxed manner about all the emotions that, for whatever reason, neither one of them was willing to show how they felt unless the other one did. I think that these two, to me, this feels like two people who didn't want to be vulnerable. And maybe the whole point is they would have been immensely vulnerable because they really make each other happy, or they certainly have the potential to. But this is finally at the perfect place, the perfect time. If Libra, what is Libra supposed to do? Let me ask it that way. What is Libra supposed to do? Because it just says it's the perfect time right now. This does not mean that Libra is going to reconnect with this person. It just says the universe is, giving that nudge and saying, hey, Libra, the stars are aligned right now. If ever you wanted to talk to that one person on earth, they'd be open to talking to you right now too. If you want to talk to them, the two of you could have a really nice conversation, some beautiful clarity. And I mean, I don't think this is any secret. I think Libra knows it because they've been manifesting it. So has this other person. And that's probably why it's perfectly aligned. But what is Libra to do? In this case, the universe says, do the brave thing. Do the thing that, if the Fool card steps forward without fear, to listen to their intuition, to listen to their heart. So it could be Libra who could reach out to this individual to open lines of communication. But it says this is a beautiful time to do it. What is the advice to them? Ooh, the Devil. Hold on, I'm going to have to get another card. I doubt the advice is to be toxic. So that's why I'm like, well, we've got to take a look. Wow, we have got the 5 of coins and we got the Justice card, which is Libra. So the advice to them, Capricorn and Libra showing up, but with this huge sense of loss. Remember how we said it looks like they have gone through a transformation. I don't know where the 6 of Swords card went now. There it is. It looks like they have moved on from some very stuck energy. And it's kind of like the universe is saying, remember how bad things are when you let yourself get stuck in drama or toxicity or, like playing games with each other. Remember what already happened. You and Libra didn't have success together. In fact, you've been missing the hell out of Libra for a really long time because the two of you were at opposition instead of in harmony. So don't, especially if they want to talk to Libra just as bad, and they do, because we already saw that with the Magician sideways and that Knight of Swords. They want to talk to Libra just as badly, then don't pretend that you don't. If Libra reaches out to you, don't hold back, don't do toxic. Don't say, well, I'm too upset because Libra hasn't talked to me in all this time. They need to just connect, because that's ultimately what they want. Otherwise, they're going to be the ones doing Libra dirty. This is not really a story about who did who wrong. We don't even see exactly what happened other than they both used emotions like chess pieces. And I got to win, so I don't know what move you're going to make, so I'm not going to say this until you say that. It feels like they were very, very, Libra and this person were very tentative and not really wanting to, lay themselves bare and make themselves vulnerable in the past. But the universe says this is a different timeline. Now, again, this doesn't have to be about an ex that ended terribly with. This could be, heck, this could be, a friendship. It could be a non-romantic connection, but it's somebody that the Libra hasn't spoken to, but they still obviously care deeply for. But they and the other person had an energy of, like, I'll say competition without realizing that's what was going on. Anyway, there's a big change in the alignment right now, and the energy is different. So it's a great time to actually get rid of the awkwardness, start communicating again, and actually enjoy one another's company again, is what this storyline says. All right, I'm going to leave this here. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. Thanks so much for giving it a thumbs up and subscribing.